Okay, let's see here. Pop out the chat. Sorry about the noise in the background, guys. Uh, that's just the way it is. Uh, it's a Saturday. Everybody's outside in the living room. Well, the living room. Everyone's outside on a Saturday. Soldier, what's going on? It's about to get medieval in here. I'll give you the context. Yeah, we haven't started yet. Literally just turned on the stream. Some things I want to address. I want to address 15 years of foolishness. I'm going to give everybody about 5 minutes to get in the room so that we have the maximum amount of people in here. Because the issue that I want to address, I'm never going to address this issue again. I literally want to use this video to answer all questions. So anyone who says anything stupid, if a troll comes and attacks me, I just give them this link. If someone is new coming into the stream or never knew about me or never knew about my team, never knew about my life, and they're according to them they've heard some negative stuff, I will simply refer them to this video. And that'll just be that. And I will never address this again. So I'm going to destroy this little pocket universe these trolls so-called say exist. I'm sick and tired of it. And this has something to do with this the eviscerated one as well. So I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. Make that three because it's 4:02 right now. Give me a second. Put the notification squad. Can y'all get on that? I tweeted. I need you guys to retweet. Here's a guy asking where he can see this. Let me give it to him. So it's about to go down. The things I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about that the things I'm going to talk about are very general. I'm going to get into details for the first time and explain certain things because there are just people out there who just I don't know, they have to demonize me like I'm this all-encompassing like Satan or whatever the case may be. And I'm sick and tired of it. And because people who lack critical thinking, and if you take offense to what I'm going to say in this 2 hour segment, be offended. Because if you had critical thinking, you wouldn't be offended. Like I'm jumping ahead before we even start. We have 2 more minutes. But like I said, there's just certain things I just gotta. It's not even get off my chest. I've ignored the situation far too long, and let a lot of stuff just go on for a long period of time, and I gotta end it because this is just getting stupid, and it has something to do with being black and not being black as a person. Because I don't want anyone to start. Oh no, Trevor's gonna pull the race card. Actually, I'm not gonna pull the race card. I'm gonna pull the race system. It has nothing to do with being black per se. It's a type of black that the system of racism does not like. And anyone who does not follow the the prescribed blackness that society wants, then you're a gangster, a pimp, a drug lord, a thug, a this, a that, or all of this other nonsense. And it's just annoying. So I'm going to address this. Obviously, I'm not going to be cursing in this because I want this message to be crystal clear and concise. I want the history I'm about to put out to be crystal clear and concise so that no one gets this twisted. No one can use stupidness like, oh, look at this guy. He's completely unprofessional now. And all these little stupid psychological, social engineered traps to get people to completely ignore the message because they want you to focus on the messenger and the narrative behind the messenger. Like, it's like the elections. Like, nobody noticed that, like, Bernie Sanders was rigged out of his election. Not to get political, but I'm going to bring up a point. I'm going to show you how society is. It's not it's not an accusation he was rigged out of his election. It's not a, oh well, I can see your point of view, he was rigged out of his election. He was rigged. It's actual facts. Trump says it. Hillary Clinton had to admit to it. The entire world knows. America knows. The entire government knows. Everyone's like, yeah, he was rigged out of the election. The DNC did do this to him. They had to fire the head chairman of the DNC. yet they continue with the election. So wait a minute, let me get this right. A crime was committed, and rather than solving the issue of the crime, you continue with the election as if the crime never happened? Time out. Well, you have to understand that. But no, I don't have to understand anything. Like, we have to, oh, sorry, we have to look at the issue at hand. Like, a crime was committed. Are we going to overlook that because we needed an election? Like, who committed the crime? The DNC. What's it supposed to be if the DNC didn't commit this crime? Bernie Sanders would have won. Okay, bye Hillary. Sorry, but the DNC cheated in your favor, and whether you may be directly or indirectly involved, the point is that it favored you. So we're going to have to disqualify you from the elections due to this circumstance because Bernie Sanders was cheated, or at least give the guy a rerun so that the postpone it, make it a little bit longer. Obama can stay in office for like 3 more months. What difference does it make? Like, whether it's not going to stop the bombs dropping in Syria. The bombs continue to drop in Syria, so it didn't make any difference. So they could have stayed for 3 more months so that the man could get his fair shot at the elections. So they could have did either one of those two. No, they completely omitted it and let this woman run against this. So you have two scumbags running. Oh, that's your choice. No, it isn't. And then even then, it still wasn't our choice. We still had Jill Stein. We could have just gone for the one in the middle and didn't have to pick from the lesser of the two evils. But no, because the way society is, it is engineered, literally engineered to make people think a certain way and one way only. So no one even looked at the other options. Society just said, "Yeah, we're trapped. We have no choice but to pick from the two evils." No, you don't. No one can just vote. Everyone's like, "Oh, okay. If these are the two evils that we have to pick from, we're not picking. We, the people, we have the power. We're not gonna pick." Could have just did that. Or, hey guys, since we don't want Hillary and we definitely don't like Trump, everyone converge over to Jill Stein. No one did it. I use this as an example of the mentality of society. Society loves drama. Society loves wickedness. Society loves all of the negative narratives. Society does not like good people. It does not like good guys. It does not like positive people. The only positive people, good guys, or whatever that they like are okay. Whatever they like, they only like good narratives that fit the image. It did not if a good narrative comes up, the image must match the narrative. So I say this because this is a preface to get into what I'm going to get into regarding my life. If there ever is a positive message, ever a world history, ever anything of any great positive, noble, virtuous, anything that's standing, it must come from somebody white. That's how it is. This is not white people being racist. It is white supremacy as a whole. White supremacy isn't a person or a class of people. It's a system. You people need to understand this. It's a system. You have black people who push white supremacy. Are they white? No. But they push it because it's a system. You have Asian people who push white supremacy. You have indigenous people who push white supremacy. For all my Latin American brothers and sisters out there, you have black Brazilians, darker than me, talking about, "I'm not black." In Jamaica right now, people are bleaching their skin so that they look clearer and whiter because they don't want to be black. That is white supremacy in their mind and their system. So I say this because any black person who does not fit this narrative of a black person supporting white supremacy cannot be a positive image for anyone. We can't have that. You have to be you have to have your hair cut, Caesar cut with the fade properly, freshly groomed in the face. You have to wear a suit and tie. You must speak complete proper English with a certain accent. You must dignify yourself, sit up with the posture. All of these things. If you do that, they can accept that black guy. You have to be a non-threatening black image, meaning you can't be a regular black guy. Regular black guys are black nerds with the bifocal glasses and the tilted hat with the skinny jeans and the tight shirt. And he's like, "Hey man, what's going on?" You have to be that because to in white supremacy system that's non-threatening to white people. They see a black guy, hey man, I like this black guy. He's real cool. But if you're a guy like Triforce, who okay, Triforce shaves when he has to shave for a thing. If I have a locks, see locks. Is he from the predator race? That's why I said to get ready before you get on. So yes, if you have dreadlocks, oh, you must be a predator. This is different from white society. Who wears locks? Why do people wear like that? If you have any type of tribal anything that's not conducive to what white supremacy looks like, then you cannot be down. You're a threat. And this threat isn't like a violent threat. It's a threat to their perception of their system and society as a whole. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes because that was more than enough time to get everybody in here. Now that most of you guys have heard that, right, you'll understand where I'm coming from with this. So, 17 years ago, I came from a small little community, Nintendo community out of the Bronx. And that's where I used to live. I just finished Job Corps. I went to Marist College. I dropped out of high school at ninth grade, went straight to Job Corps, took my GED in one day, got it, went to Marist College, dropped out of college. I have my reasons why I dropped out of school and stuff like that. We're not going to get into that. That's a little bit too political. But anyway, I I had some money saved up because I had jobs, summer jobs and stuff like that. I used to work for Xerox, Danker Services, Goldman Sachs, and stuff like that. I had the required education and whatever to fit that bill. Anyone who's seen pictures of me when I was younger, my black captain and jacket, you saw the Caesar cut, haircut, clean, crisp, shape, whatever. That's the accepted persona of a black person in society today. So they definitely will accept that. But without the mean mug face that I always have and whatnot. So I got my jobs there, but I couldn't be me. If I spoke with any accent, when a lot of people goes, Triforce, if you're Jamaican, how come you don't, your accent's so soft? Well, in America, when I was younger, this system was pushed down on me so much. My mother even used to tell me, Isaiah, listen, you have to speak properly because people will look at you in a certain way. And if you don't talk properly, if you don't sit properly, if you don't behave a certain way properly, but mom, why can't I just be me? Because society doesn't want accept you like that, Isaiah. You have to understand how it is. But that's not fair. So I can't be me. I must be what society says I am. Yes, you have to. So you want me to conform. Ah, see, we have a problem here. Real gamers don't conform. That's like a gamer say you can't pass level 3. Accept that. Which real gamer goes, yeah, this is it. This is the farthest I can get in this game. I'm gonna stop here. Nah, we got a problem here. Triforce is not conforming. Triforce is not giving up. Triforce will not remain on this level. Oh no, that's just not gonna happen. So I said, nah, we ain't gonna be like that. So I said, I'm gonna be me. My bosses just come, Mr. Johnson. Hey, what's going on? Yes, I need to talk to you for a second. Sit down in the room. Hey, what's going on? Yes, so we're looking at your progress report and everything, and so forth. So wanted to know if you have any things to say before whatever. I think I do a pretty good job and whatever. You look so relaxed and stuff like that. Uh, you know, this is a part of the unprofessional behavior that we have a qualms with. What do you mean? You know, like you're in here and we're talking to you about your job and you're sitting down and you're slightly leaning, you're not sitting up. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I'm confused here. I'm not supposed to sit down. Is there a rule book that says this? Did God send down a commandment, an 11th commandment that I didn't see? I can't be relaxed while you're talking to me about my progress report. Is there something? Yeah, it's just that it's this form of insubordination. Is this in a manual in a book? Can I see the code of conduct book? Let me take a look at that. And I was like, you know something? This job's not for me. I'm out. And I leave. And my mother would be like, why did you quit that job? Because they want me to be a robot. I must behave the way they say, not what the code of conduct says. I can follow the code of conduct without changing who I am in the core, but they don't want that because they feel threatened that a black guy can sit in the room comfortably while a progress report's going on without having to shuck and jive and go, yes, master, and all this other foolishness so that the person in charge feels validated, like his job is in the palm of my hand and I can crush him and stuff like that. And look at him cower. You know something? That makes me feel good, so I'll keep him because I feel superior to him. But no, Triforce is like, what are you gonna do? Fire me? Okay, I go get another job. You act as if this is the end of the world for me. Like, and if they hate that, they're like, why is this? Why is he not bending to me? That's just how people are, and that's not a white thing or a black thing. That's just how people are. Power over other people makes them feel less afraid. So, in this context, and I bring up this context, in my entire life, I've been tried. Society has tried to push me to be someone I am not, and I don't conform. So when I came out of school or Job Corps and I got these jobs and whatnot, I saved enough money and I bought a house for me and my first wife, right, on Empress Wildflower, or we just call her Daisy for short. And in this house, I had a bunch of video games. And what I used to do is I used to go to the local video game stores on the block and stuff like this. Is in the Bronx. Shout outs to Kwame's Neo Crash and shout outs to Phil at Fordham Comics if you're even still there on Fordham and Webster. And oh, because I'm trying to drown out. Oh, it won't. You sure? All right. Ginger snaps. Hold on. We're gonna get to it. I have to give you the context of this story. If you do not understand the context of this, you will never. You can sit down. You will never understand who I am, and then because you don't understand who I am, come over. Because you don't understand who I am, you will never. You will not be able to understand. So- because you. Hold on for a second. All right, because you don't understand who I am, you won't be able to understand